In the small Yoruba village of Oke-Oro, Lola, a girl blessed or cursed with the ability to see the death dates of others, faced a tragic fate trying to save her parents from impending doom. She disturbed the delicate balance of the gods. Her efforts cost her life. But the story doesn't end there. Lola's journey between life and death is just beginning. First of all, if you've not subscribed to this channel by now, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and also comment for more stories like this. The sun hung low over the village market of Oke-Oro, casting long, sorrowful shadows. The usual lively chatter was replaced by a heavy silence. Traders had abandoned their stores, baskets of yams and peppers lay forgotten. All eyes were on the center of the market square, where Lola's lifeless body lay. Her white dress, now death-streaked, clung to her still form. Mama Lola knelt beside her daughter, wailing, her voice raw with grief. "My child, my only child, Ọlọ́run, why?" Baba Lola stood frozen, his eyes wide, tears streaming down silently on his face. Villagers formed a cautious circle, whispering among themselves. Some were indifferent, others crossed their arms, shaking their heads. They said she disturbed the gods. Who will protect us now? This girl brought bad luck. Among the murmurs, the chief priest appeared, his red robes flowing like a river of blood. He raised his staff, silencing the crowd with a single gesture. "This girl must not be buried." Gasps erupted. Mama Lola clutched her daughter tightly. "What do you mean, chief priest? Let my child rest." The priest's eye bore into hers. She walks between words. She is not fully gone. The villagers reluctantly obeyed. Lola's body was carried back to her family compound, placed on a mat in the center of the hut. Mama Lola refused to leave her side, washing and anointing her daughter daily. The scent of herbs and oil filled the air. Baba Lola paced outside, torn between grief and guilt. He muttered to himself, his eyes wild. "The gods, we shouldn't have used our gift. Ọlọ́run, forgive us." Some villagers visited, offering half-hearted condolences. Others stayed away, afraid of the girl who had crossed into the land of the dead. Rumors spread. She will come back cursed. She's a witch now. In a realm where the sky was an endless swell of gold and black, Lola stood. The air shimmered, each breath thick with energy. All around her, faint echoes of ancient songs whispered through the void. Suddenly, a voice boomed deep and resonant, vibrating through her bones. "Lola, daughter of Efuse, you dare stand here?" Before her figures emerged, gods she had heard of in whispers and tales. Orunmila, the god of wisdom, with piercing eyes that seemed to know every secret. Yemoja, the mother of all waters, her presence calming yet fierce. Shango, the thunder god, towering his eyes of flame. Lola fell to her knees, her heart pounding. "I didn't mean to anger you. Please forgive me." Yemoja's voice was soft but firm. "You allowed your gifts to corrupt. You saw only power, not the balance." Tears welled in Lola's eyes. "It was my father. He didn't understand." Shango's voice crackled like the thunder. "And yet you followed." Orunmila stepped forward. "You will return, but not without consequence." He raised his hand and a searing pain shot through Lola. Visions flooded her mind of death, not just the date, but the brutal, outraged ways they would occur. She gasped. From now on, you will not only be able to see the dates of people's deaths, but you will also see how they die, the brutal ways they die, and you will also feel and know their pain. But if you reveal this to anyone, you will lose what you hold dear. Lola nodded, tears streaming. I accept. 7 days had passed in the village. Mama Lola sat beside her daughter's body, whispering prayers. Baba Lola paced outside, eyes bloodshot. Suddenly a gasp echoed from inside. Lola's eyes fluttered open. She bolted upright, breathing heavily. Mama Lola screamed, half in fear, half in joy. Lola, you are back! Villagers gathered outside, peeking in, whispering. Baba Lola rushed in, falling to his knees. Olorun be praised, my daughter. But Lola's eyes were different now, distant, haunted. Word spread quickly. Some villagers avoided her, crossing the street when they saw her coming. Others watched from a distance, fear etched in their faces. She went to the land of the dead. She is cursed. At the market, people moved their stores away when she approached. In the church, mothers pulled their children closer. Even her old friends avoided her. Lola felt like a ghost in her own village. At night, the visions came. She saw numbers above people's heads. She saw the way they would die. She saw when a child was drowning in a stream and an old elder struck by lightning. Each vision tore at her soul. One evening, she saw her father's number. 7 days. The vision was brutal, twisted metal, blood-soaked clothes. Her heart pounded. I can't let this happen, she said to herself. She went to Baba Arugbo, the village elder. He sat outside his hut, staring into the fire. Baba, please, I saw it. My father, he will die. The old man didn't look up. The gods have spoken, child. You must let it be. But he's my father. Baba Arugbo's eyes met hers. You think you can outsmart the gods? Tears filled her eyes. There must be a way. The elder shook his head. You've disturbed the balance enough. Go home, girl. But Lola couldn't. That night, she told her father everything. She told him how she saw the number on his head and the way he would die. He laughed, brushing it off. I won't travel. I am smarter than the gods, he said. For a moment, it seemed like they had won. The 7th day passed and Baba Lola was alive. They celebrated, believing they had outsmarted fate. But that night, Lola had a dream. The gods stood before her, eyes blazing. Shango's voice shook the ground. You were warned. She woke up sweating. The next day, her mother's number appeared. 5 days. But Lola didn't see it. The gods had taken away her powers as a part punishment. Lola woke up the next morning, the weight of the gods' warning heavy on her. She felt a lingering dread but didn't know why. Her father seemed carefree, even jovial. See, Lola, we beat the gods. I'll live for many more years, he said, his chest puffed with pride. Lola forced a smile but couldn't shake the feeling of unease. Her mother, Mama Lola, bustled around the house preparing for Lola's upcoming birthday. Don't worry, my dear, this year will be special. Mama Lola had plans to surprise her daughter with a gift. On the morning of Lola's birthday, she whispered to her husband, "I am going to the market. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Lola must have a day she'll never forget." She kissed Lola's forehead before leaving. "Be good, my child. I'll be right back." Hours passed. Lola watched the sun dip lower and lower. Her mother hadn't returned. She began pacing, her heart pounding. Baba Lola tried to reassure her. Maybe the market is crowded, she'll be back soon. But as twilight descended, distant wails reached their ears. A group of villagers approached their house, carrying a body draped in white clothes. Lola's heart stopped. "Mama," she whispered, tears welling up. A woman from the crowd stepped forward, tears in her eyes. She was beaten by a cobra on her way home. Lola collapsed to her knees, sobbing. The ghost warning echoed in her mind, "You will lose what you hold dear." The villagers gathered outside whispering. Some were angry, others fearful. The chief priest approached Baba Lola and Lola. "You have defied God's will too many times. Their wrath will consume this village if you stay." Baba Lola, grief-stricken, fell to the ground. "Please forgive us." The chief priest shook his head. "You must leave. Take your daughter and go. If you stay, the God's anger will burn this village to the ground." Lola couldn't speak. She felt numb. Her gift, her curse, had cost her everything. As dawn broke, Lola and her father packed their belongings. The villagers watched silently, their eyes filled with a mixture of pity and relief. Baba Lola's once proud shoulder were now slumped, his spirit broken. For more interesting stories like this, please remember to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, like, share and also comment. Thank you very much.